This is the latest announcement from Echo Base Radio Blastland. Tune in now to Chapter 3 of Season 3 of Blastland. This chapter is titled Goodpods, Signal of Hope. Keep an eye out for new Blastland podcasts on Goodpods.
The surface of Blastland was eerily quiet as the squad returned from their latest scouting mission. The remnants of Vault 33 were still buzzing with activity, but the tension was palpable. As night began to fall, the team set up camp near a cluster of crumbled towers, their figures silhouetted against the glowing remnants of the once great city, Lost Angels. Jack, Blastlander, and Ava sat together near the campfire. Lilu prowled the perimeter, her eyes scanning the horizon for any signs of danger. Their mission to rebuild civilization, find more survivors, and secure resources was progressing, but the weight of the unknown still hung over them. They needed more knowledge, more connections, and more stories of survival. "I think we're missing something," Ava muttered, her brow furrowed as she scrolled through the logs on her vault board. "There's so much we don't know about what's out there. The other vaults, the survivors, their stories." Jack looked up from his map, his eyes reflecting the dim light. "Stories. We need them. Not just for information, but to keep our morale up. Hearing from other survivors might give us the hope we need." Blastlander's ears perked up as the soft hum of a nearby radio transmission crackled through the static. It was faint but clear enough to catch Jack's attention. Ava scrambled to tune in the signal, her fingers deftly working the controls. The sound of a confident, calm voice filled the airwaves.
Welcome to Goodpods, a new transmission service for all vaults and survivors of Blastland. We share the stories that matter and keep us going. Whether you're lost in the wastelands or rebuilding civilization in the safety of a vault, there's a podcast here for you. Follow survivors, learn from their experiences, and share your own. Because out here, stories are our strongest weapon.
Ava's eyes widened as the broadcast continued. Goodpods, a podcast network for survivors. This is exactly what we need. Jack nodded slowly. Imagine if we could connect with other survivors, learn how they've adapted, what challenges they faced, and how they overcame them. We could finally figure out what's happening in other parts of Blastland. Blastlander barked in agreement, wagging his tail. He sensed that this could be their key to connecting with the wider world, something to bridge the gaps between the isolated pockets of survival. The voice on the transmission continued.
Tune in tomorrow for the latest episodes from Vault 54, Vault 101, and The Lost Caravan. Share your own story by accessing our secure server through the Goodpods signal. Let's rebuild together one story at a time.
Ava turned to Jack, determination in her eyes. "We need to be part of this. We have to share our story too." Jack agreed. "We'll get our team to secure a strong signal in the morning. And then, we'll make sure Vault 33's story is out there." The campfire crackled as the group settled in for the night, each of them filled with renewed hope. As the transmission from Goodpods faded into the background, they knew that stories weren't just tales of the past. They were blueprints for the future of Blastland.
This podcast was made available by Echo Base Radio Blastland. Watch out for next podcasts at Goodpods. Follow us on Twitter and LinkedIn. And stay safe.